Think your glutes are working when you do hip thrusts? What if I told you that 9 out of 10 people are doing them completely wrong, wasting their time and risking injury? Today, we're going to fix that. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to activate your glutes, protect your lower back, and get results faster than ever before. Before we dive in, I want you to ask yourself, are you feeling your glutes fire during a hip thrust, or is your lower back doing all the work? If you're unsure, don't worry, you're not alone. Most people think they're doing it right, but subtle mistakes are sabotaging progress. We'll start by breaking down the 3 most common mistakes that sneak into your hip thrust. Mistake number 1, letting your knees collapse inward. Mistake 2, hyperextending your lower back at the top. And mistake 3, using too much weight too soon, so your body cheats the movement. Stick around, because I'm going to show you the step-by-step fixes, and by the end, your glutes won't know what hit them. But first, let me ask you, do you know exactly where your glutes should be firing during this exercise? Most people get it completely wrong. And here's a little secret. Proper positioning isn't just about strength. It's about engineering your body like a well-built machine. We'll break it down together, from beginner tweaks to advanced pro-level adjustments. So, if you want to stop wasting reps and start building glutes that are strong, stable, and sculpted, pay close attention. Because the right way to hip thrust isn't what most people think. Let's fix it. Alright, now let's get your glutes actually working. First, grab a bench or a sturdy elevated surface and a barbell or weight plate if you have one. If not, no worries, we can start with just body weight. Step 1, positioning. Sit on the floor with your upper back against the edge of the bench. Your shoulder blades should lightly rest on the bench, not your neck or mid-back. Think of your upper back as the hinge point for the lift. Step 2, foot placement. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Here's a light bulb moment. If your feet are too far forward, your hamstrings take over. Too close, and your knees bend awkwardly. Aim for that sweet spot where, at the top of the movement, your knees are roughly at 90 degrees. Step 3, brace your core. Imagine your core as the foundation of a skyscraper. It needs to be solid before you lift. Take a deep breath, tighten your abs, and keep that tension throughout the movement. No sagging or arching. Step 4, the thrust. Push through your heels, squeeze your glutes at the top, and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Don't overarch your lower back. Your glutes, not your spine, should be doing the work. Here's the key. Think about pushing the floor away from you rather than just lifting your hips. Step 5, the descent. Lower slowly and under control. This is just as important as the lift. If you let your hips drop quickly, you lose tension in the glutes, and the exercise becomes ineffective. Keep that mind-muscle connection alive. Feel each rep. Quick contrast, wrong versus right. Wrong form looks like your back hyperextending, knees collapsing inward, or your body relying on momentum to lift. Right form keeps your chest lifted, core braced, knees tracking, and glutes fully engaged. Here's a beginner tip. Start with just body weight or a light bar. Master the mechanics first. The weight isn't what builds your glutes. It's how well you contract them. Nail the form, and the results will come. At this stage, focus on quality over quantity. Try 10 to 12 slow, controlled reps, and notice how your glutes are firing. Can you feel the difference when you actively squeeze at the top? That's your signal that the exercise is working properly. Now that you've nailed the basics, let's level up. These intermediate tweaks will take your hip thrust from good to glutes on fire great. First, check your foot placement again. Small shifts make a huge difference. If you move your feet slightly forward, you'll feel more hamstring engagement, slightly back, and the glutes take over. The trick is to experiment until you feel the full contraction in your glutes without straining your lower back. This is all about finding your personal sweet spot. Next, let's talk about pause and squeeze. At the top of your hip thrust, pause for 1 or 2 seconds and really squeeze your glutes. Imagine trying to pinch a coin between them. This isn't just for show. Holding the contraction maximizes muscle recruitment and builds strength faster. Mini light bulb moment. Think of your glutes as springs. If you just lift and drop, you barely store any energy. Hold that squeeze at the top, and you're charging those springs with power for the next rep. Another key tweak is spine alignment. Beginners often let their lower back arch too much. Here's how to fix it. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, keep your ribcage down, and push through your heels. Your spine should stay neutral. Remember, strong glutes protect your back, they don't stress it. Weighted hip thrusts now become more effective with proper bar placement. If the bar sits too high on your hips, it's uncomfortable and can throw off your mechanics. Place it right over your pelvis, use a pad or towel if needed, and keep the weight balanced. Start light. This is about form, not ego. Here's another intermediate tip. Engage your lats. Sounds weird for a lower body move, but pulling your shoulder blades back and down on the bench creates stability. Think of your upper body as a strong anchor. A weak anchor shifts load to the lower back, and that's where most people feel the burn, but it's the wrong burn. Finally, mind-muscle connection is everything. Actively think about your glutes doing the work. If you feel it in your quads or lower back instead, adjust your setup or reduce weight. You want your glutes to take the spotlight every single rep. Try this. After a few reps, hold the top for 2 seconds, squeeze, and lower slowly. Feel the difference? That's what good hip thrust form should feel like. Glutes fully engaged, core stable, and no cheating. Now that your form is solid and you're feeling your glutes fire, it's time to take things up a notch. These advanced tips will supercharge your hip thrusts and push your glutes to their full potential. Tip number 1, single leg hip thrusts. By lifting one leg off the ground, you isolate each glute individually, correcting strength imbalances. Start with body weight, keeping your supporting knee at 90 degrees, and focus on a slow, controlled lift. Your glutes will work harder, and your core will thank you for the extra stability challenge. Tip number 2, tempo training. Slow down both the upward and downward phases. Try a 3-second lift, pause and squeeze at the top, then a 3-second descent. This increases time under tension, forcing your muscles to work harder and building strength faster than rushing through reps ever could. Mini light bulb moment. Imagine your glutes as a battery. Fast reps barely charge it. Slow, controlled reps fully power it up. Tip number 3, banded hip thrusts. Wrap a resistance band just above your knees. As you lift, push your knees slightly outward against the band. This cue forces your glute medius to fire, giving your hips that rounded, powerful shape and improving overall stability. Tip number 4, elevated feet variation. Placing your feet on a higher surface increases range of motion, engaging more of the glute fibers. But remember, start light. This one ramps up intensity quickly. Tip number 5, pause and pulse at the top. After lifting, pulse slightly while maintaining the squeeze. Just a few tiny movements, but your glutes will feel like they've never worked harder. This is perfect for finishing sets or adding an extra burn to your routine. Finally, always check your alignment. Shoulders on the bench, spine neutral, tailbone slightly tucked, knees tracking outward if using a band. The moment your back starts arching or your quads take over, reset. Perfect form beats heavy weights every time. Advanced tip takeaway. These tweaks aren't just for aesthetics. They improve strength, prevent injury, and make every rep count. When your glutes are firing efficiently, you're not just lifting hips. You're building a foundation of power and stability that carries over to every movement in your life. All right, let's lock everything in. Here's the proper way to perform a hip thrust. Shoulders resting on the bench, feet hip-width apart, core braced like the foundation of a skyscraper, and push through your heels. Lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Squeeze your glutes at the top, then lower under control. That's your blueprint for glute activation and safety. Remember the key cues. Knees track over toes, tailbone slightly tucked, chest lifted, and mind-muscle connection fully engaged. Forget ego lifting. Quality reps beat heavy weight every time. Now here's a quick challenge for you. Do 10 flawless hip thrusts right now. Really focus on squeezing your glutes at the top, holding for 1 or 2 seconds, and lowering slowly. Feel the difference? That's what proper form does. It turns a simple exercise into a powerhouse glute builder. Consistency is everything. Every rep you perform with perfect form strengthens not just your glutes, but your hips, core, and overall stability. Don't rush, don't cheat, embrace the process. The results come from persistence, not shortcuts. So keep practicing, keep perfecting, and celebrate the small victories. Every strong hip thrust you perform today brings you one step closer to stronger, more sculpted glutes, and a stronger, more confident you. Let's get it.